Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
On first down, Lance. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Williams, a man in motion right. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. You look at this Steeler defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Jack Panther.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. There he goes, left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 106 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Hooker's going to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ready?
On second down now, Elam. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now to this point. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Man. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Ready?
Here's Hooker. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Steelers nothing. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Ready.
The Lance going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, powering his way forward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Ready.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Viking 18.
A toss out right to Gibbs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Set. Cut.
Throwing now is Lance. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Elam trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's Lance to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Slot man moves right.
Bracco 80.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready. Riggs, 18, Pioneer. Pace.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
60 Bison. Ready.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready.
Throwing. Hooker. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Man in motion left. That's Collins.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's Hooker. This is caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamison Williams from 8 yards out. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers nothing. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw, it's Lance. It's brought in by Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
On the jump. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19. Let go.
Hooker rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Nico Collins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it is 42-0.
Steelers nothing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Lewis to return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In motion left comes Williams. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Check.
Looking to throw. Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion right, that's Williams.
7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Hooker now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
70 Ranger.
Here's Hooker to throw it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
This is caught. Touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready?
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Hooker to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 53 yards. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Lance now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
They're on the 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to forward on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Hooker. Out to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Go, Reed, go. Ready.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Go.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Let's go.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Patterson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 63, Steelers 6.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay.
The
Right.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Lance. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
79 Broncos.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. On 2nd down, Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing.
Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that, ain't none of that that new to us. Acting like that you pop off, no damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane, carry you like that do the truck. Trend following, I'm surprised you just not catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl, I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind, I'm out of my mind. I promise it get pitiful. They love me, they love me, I promise I do the bare minimum. My people, they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy, I'm steady, they killing them. Can't ride my wave, I'm flipping them. Come up for some earth and I'm dipping them. I'm so sick of all you weak, lame. Sick of being so open, man. It's dead for that, man. It's 2023. Man, talk about, man. All I wanna do is talk and talk and talk. I can really give up.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised.
Come on, set! Hustle! Ready? Ready up! Ready? Go! Okay, ready? Let go! On the double! Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go! Ready, right? On the shake! Ready? Ready, set! 70 tempo! Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Panther 11, Panther Cougar 19! Cup 19! Hut. Ready?
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
Been the best in this game for a minute. If I want it, then I'ma go get it. Ain't no asking, you know I'ma spin it. I don't go back and forth like it's tennis. I'm in mode, I've been locked on a mission. Keep it G, I ask God as my witness. I'm not pressing my bro off suspicion. Never pressing my bro off suspicion. She from Nola, she got superstition. I'm not waiting and hoping and wishing. I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless. I'm a stepper, I'm standing on business. In the rumors, I'm minding my business. I'm a tutor, teach you how to get it. I tap in with the ones in your city. We make movies, we all the way with it.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
I told the people, yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not Kim. Gotta be by the escalator. On the rim, hit the buddy with a blitz. We gon' study his film. I ain't gotta say nothing. Ain't always for real. Country, trying to give me your meal. You want you some pilots. You got you a deal, Mr. Bushwick. Bill, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not from Dallas, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We them boys. We making loud noise. Staying fresh to this year. I be looking like a house. Got a defensive line that'll make them sit down. Feel like a D-lineman, but still making touchdowns. Beat them in their hometown. I ain't here now one time. I've been a big bully since I was on the playground. I'm all grown up and I still don't play around.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
Real.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have 100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just a Now when I'm through, they call me Mister. Stop it. Big wall with suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. Just got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me? Say you gon' ride. Is you gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you riding. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Uh-oh, pull up in that new thing. I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood. After I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give them the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Every time I'ma step with the steppers. Black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech. Thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instant.
Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide.